when I get the opportunity like this to come over to the UK here, for example, and touch base or connect with a lot of fans, there's a very passionate fan base here that's, different than everywhere else. I have a real strong fan base in Canada and the United States both, and fans all around the world and stuff. But in England, in particular, they're very passionate about what Bret Hart meant to them, or what I symbolize in their lives. We kind of grew up together. I was a young guy, got a big chance to be a champion wrestler on TV, and all the fame, all the good things that came with WWE, WWF. At the same time, I worked really hard for it, and I think my English fans appreciate that I worked so hard. I think there's a real joy and a real I use the word passion again that came out when I wrestled. I was more of a different character. I talked to my audience, and I went out, and I think my fan base fell in love with me because of the way I wrestled, and that's never changed. And there's been a lot of great wrestlers that have come up and down since I left the game, and for me, luckily, I still got a real the fan base I have here in the UK. Most of them remember me as a childhood hero. That there's a real strong connection. And like even now, it's getting on, over 20 years later and stuff like that people still remember. They remember my career with matches with Ric Flair and my brother Owen and Bam Bam and all these wrestlers. A lot of them that aren't even around anymore. But for me, it's fun to go back. I've always enjoyed coming here, and I always enjoy. Reaffirming my sort of, when I leave England, I feel like I was a great wrestler. Like I feel like somehow it all meant something. Whereas when I'm home in Canada, sometimes you get more used to sort of, it fades a little more easily. But here in England, I have some great fans in Germany too, and France and different places, but even Italy. But there's a different kind of passion that back in 1992 when I was the king of the world of wrestling, it was a whole different mentality that fans had for me that I've never seen. I've never seen it and I never seen it happen with any other wrestler before. Like there was something that came from like Wembley. I always tell people like Wembley Stadium, the Bulldog match, that it's one thing about the match, it's another thing about the crowd. But sometimes if you just watch that match back, you can just watch the fans. Just look at the fans and the faces of the fans. There's so many panning shots to the crowd. And the thing I always love about watching it is that every fan is riveted to every move. Like there's not one fan that's sort of sleeping or not paying attention. It's like the whole audience is 82,000 serious wrestling fans watching a serious wrestling match, and that's a great thing. You don't see that anymore.
Yeah, fantastic.